Alrighty, this is relevant positioning light activity creation in the parking garage, and all these demons sitting group stalking at the Tesla charge stations. They were group stalking with the Ontario Police, which is what I just documented on podcast, and this is the basis of federal prison. That's why I'm going to put it on video. 9KFK652 with the minor child, DL35D51. License plate, and again, this is impossible light activity, and the fake son is present at the Ovid Family Community Library. The Ontario Police gang stalking while I'm en route to this venue. DL35D51 9MVP964. Sex offenders having access to minor children. Okay, that's what's going to be remedied with regard to the prosecution of the people. That's a sex offender that's chasing me down, obsessed with my genitalia, and then having minor children in their custody. That's exactly what has to be rectified. Why? And this is also speaking to what's wrong with the youth in this country and in California. They're being raised by sex offenders, they're being violated by sex offenders, and they're being forced to just live with this way of life where demons are gang stalking and engaging in criminal conduct and being regularly reared up to engage in terrorism with sex offenders like that third party. Again, 9KFK652. License 9MJP128 and P588YO. They're all sitting in their cars, group stalking using the Tesla charge stations. While the entity, while I'm sitting in my vehicle documenting, and I documented, this is where the impossible light activity was shooting inside of the parking garage, like you saw inside of Starbucks, a supernatural occurrence because this is a covered parking garage and it has nothing to do with sunlight. They're all going to federal prison, okay? All of them, P.O.C. Every single last one of them. This is P.O.C. This is the entity, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you the fake son. License 8A86696 is crossing path. But these demons that are using the Tesla charge station that were engaged in surveillance while I'm in my car, they're all engaged in federal stalking as well. And the entity arrives, as I document on podcast, by helicopter. That's the ongoing, this is what CHP engaged in at the Starbucks in Pomona yesterday. The entity engages in that pattern of conduct with the intent to obstruct justice as you document them. Sean Dervey knows what the demons of the CHP are engaged in the same way that Mike Lorenz knows what the demons of the Ontario Police Department are engaging in. That impossible light activity that I captured in the shade, all of a sudden it's gone. That's never naturally occurring in the first place, ever. I took a picture of it and it's gone. It was occurring in the shade. The entity is maintaining the light source, so let me go ahead and get that light source over here. While they're all gang stalking, an engineer light was sweeping inside of the depths of that parking garage. What you hear outside, that's called audible activity under a fake sun. All of the companies, all the businesses in California are engaged in public corruption. They're all group stalking in California. But with regard to the elements where demons are monitoring, it's called audible activity. All right, so this is where the Ontario Police found helicopter activity. That's an unlawful threat. Just like CHP committed this a pattern of conduct of group stalking with the state. That's light activity, relevant positioning, license 9KFK652, then drives out in order to cross path again. They're going to federal prison. That's the sex offender with the minor child. That's impunity. And that's why that sex offender is to be separated from that minor child that he poses a threat to. And this is the fake son. Let me be clear. It is 3:52 p.m. The entity kept the fake son at 3:50 p.m. at Starbucks at 3423 Pomona Boulevard. I have driven from the Starbucks. I took a picture of that fake son at 2:43 p.m. Where am I at during after daylight saving time at 2:43 p.m.? I'm capturing video at Woodside Senior Apartments through Tracy Banks' patio window doors, which first of all is not going to be this. You're not going to be able to see this through her patio window doors, and you also can't see it from Starbucks in Pomona, California. After I remain stationary, while they admit to being demons, that's what you're hearing, okay? While I remain stationary at the Lark Ellen, 2100 Lark Ellen Avenue in West Covina. The fake son is not at Tracy Banks' apartment in alignment to me, which is how you know what she is and what the people of the state, all those demons at Woodside are going to federal prison, units 33 through 64. While the fake son was seen outside of her patio window doors at 2:42 p.m., well, not today, because it remained stationary until 1:50 p.m., which I captured on video. And then when I go to the Pomona Starbucks at 2:43 p.m., it's in alignment with me just like it is here. And at 3:50 p.m., I remain at that Pomona Starbucks in Pomona, California. And I left that Pomona Starbucks as I'm showing you what is under no circumstances the natural environment. Because it's remaining stationary one day, and then it's at the opposite location where I'm here earlier. I was here, by the way, at 11 o'clock in the morning. The fake son was right here as I arrived at the Ovid Family Community Library, okay? All those demons in their Teslas in there, they're going to federal prison. And the Mike Lorenz and all of the demons of the Ontario Police are gang stalking with the demons that fill the city of Ontario. These are all demons. 6YTL 766. Union Pacific Railroad, group stalking with minor children. They like to do it on tape. That's fine. They like to do it 6XTL 766. That's a demon and that's a group stalker. License 7HDD886. And this is openly engaging in what is abuse of minor children while you're group stalking with them. Impossible Light moves across the curb, and they like to demonstrate to the world, understand why demons should be removed from the children that they're in custody of, while they engage in the sex offense of group stalking. They're obsessed with my genitalia, group stalking with them, going into the bathrooms to maintain relevant position, while they use those children to engage in sexual violence. Doing so failing to be a distraction, just like using the Union Pacific Railroad that's going to be prosecuted as a group stalker. All of those demons inside of that parking garage were group stalking with the demons of the Ontario Police, who are going to be disbanded and prosecuted as the sex offenders that they are. And any of them that are not natural born citizens are then going to be deported like every other terrorist in California who is group stalking. It is currently 3:55 p.m. where the sun would never be at the same address like I documented yesterday during the 11 a.m. hour. And this is 3:53 p.m. This is also not outside of Starbucks' window in Pomona, California. And that's how you identify a demon. All right? That's stalking me in bathrooms as well. 7HDD886. This is P.O.C.